Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. I'm George Onibe. Of course, a very quick one this evening. I want us to look at a topic I simply titled, Do Not Relinquish Your Autonomy to the IGBO Unification Project. Let me first of all remind fellow Nigerians across the world that as a people we are going through a process of change, but not everybody is seeing it. In every 20 years, as Nigerians, our life is transformed, some to the better and others to the worst. But it depends on your ability to identify what you are changing into. That will determine what you receive at the end. I have to bring up this discussion because most of our people seems not to understand what is going on. Let us look at Nigeria as a whole. If you look at the political arena, there are some northern politicians who have started running around, forming alliance, and what they want to do is to make sure that President Ahmed Bola Tinubu will not be there after 2027. And one of their plans is actually laughable because some group are trying to rally around Peter Obi, and then maybe Peter Obi will come back with Atiku, and then the Northerners believe they will put their weight behind them, and then they will chase President Ahmed Bola Tinubu out of office the same way they chased Goodluck Ebele Jonathan out of office. Good and fine. But then let's ask ourselves a question. These people who are so desperate, these desperados who want to die in Aso Rock, what exactly are they going there for? Is it for the development of Nigeria and our citizens? What exactly are they going there? And so a group of people will come together. They say they are politicians. They will promise you heaven and earth. But believe me, none of them have your interests at heart. But not until we grow to that level of maturity where those who are vying for any political position will have one thing and one thing alone at the back of their mind. That is to serve the people of Nigeria. Believe me, we have a very long journey to go. We are in an era where lies is becoming the truth. Lately, we had the book written by Ibrahim Babangida. Everybody knows this is a lie, but it must become the truth. We are living in a time where you are forced to believe that wrong is right. But the truth is that you cannot be wrong and get right. So there is nothing you will do about that. About 3 days ago, Nnamdi Kanu touts all those brainless individuals who say they are looking for Biafra. They made a post and they were showcasing Nnamdi Kanu's son that the British government has given him an award as the most brilliant student or whatever. But when I saw the post, something came to my mind. I could remember how many people that Nnamdi Kanu has led to their death. How many children? Do I remind you about Basil Akwara, whose children are now wallowing in misery? Until today, nobody knows the whereabouts of Basil Akwara. Could it be that Nnamdi Kanu children has the right to live more than Basil Akwara's children, more than Ikechukwu her children, more than the children of all those people he led to their untimely death? And we are going through a process of change that in this same issue of Nnamdi Kanu, A lot of people are making effort to make you see that, oh, this truth is lie, and this lie is truth. Of course, recently, Naya Baribe was challenging Nigeria. You must release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. But I know it does not mean what he's saying. They have gone behind as usual to tell him, say something, you are too quiet all this time, say something. But the point is, will Biafra solve the problem of Igbo people? Will Biafra solve the problem of Igbo people? And then we boil down to the sponsored propaganda everywhere on social media. I'm just coming out from a TikTok forum, just listening to them. These people are not even Nigerians. But they were trying to exonerate Nnamdi Kanu from every form of crime. I'm blaming Nigeria for it. But the point is that at the end of the day, what exactly are we looking for? What exactly do we want to gain? And let's look at another angle. The case of Sen Fubara, the governor of Rivers State, and Onyeso Wike, you can see the confusion that it is bringing up. The ethnic groups there will have to begin to fight themselves. Because somewhere along the line, the Ijaw people will believe that you can't impeach Sen. And somewhere along the line, they will react and Ikwere people will respond. And at the end of the day, what exactly are we looking for? What exactly are we there to benefit? What is their aim? And finally, pay attention to the social media. In the South-South region, you begin to see forth and back between the Edos and the Asian. I did see some of them on the social media platform trying to correct that error. And I will advise them, I will appeal with them, Edo and Asian, there is no need for that. There is no need of this forth and back. If you respond, you are responding in ignorance of the simple fact that you do not know that it is the Igbo Biafra that is instigating Asia and Benin people. And if you are Asia, you want to relinquish your autonomy to these people unity beggar, I'm sorry for you. Because in the end, the last thing any of us will do is to relinquish our autonomy in this process that we are going through. Relinquishing our autonomy to the Igbo Unification Project. This is where the matter begins. You see, a group of individuals as we speak are everywhere, heavily sponsored. And what they're trying to push is to change the narrative. They want to push to the simple fact that they want you to believe that Ikwere is Igbo, that Eka people are Igbo people, that Oshimiri people are Igbo people, that Anyocha people are Igbo people, that Ndokwa people are Igbo people. And of course, other supposed, they call them sub-Igbo group, that they are Igbo people. This is a serious project. From their church, go and ask Bukobi, he knows what I'm saying. They keep bringing people to mesmerize them, even in the church. Somebody says he's from Ohajegbema, and he's not Igbo. Is this the duty of pastors to tell us where we come from? Somebody say, I am Agbo man, I am not Igbo. And then another person comes up and begins to insult you. You are a fool. It's Nigeria that is the problem. It is this one. But then this is what should be of concern to us in this issue now. Who is Igbo and who is not Igbo? Don't let them deceive you. If you look recently, Asare Dokubo is everywhere trying to tell us his Igbo history. That he is from Abam. His title is the title of Idi Abane. But nobody is doubting this. Asare Dokubo is an Igbo man. And I know somewhere along the line, Ijaw people will ask him question. He's an Igbo man. But he's not answering Igbo name. So he shouldn't be an Igbo man. But this is the change he's trying to bring in. This is the change he, Asare Dokubo, is trying to bring in. He needs the gullible Igbos to help Ijaw fight for Senfubara. But of course, we know the body language of those who gaslight the Igbos. And it is unfortunate that an average Igbo man is constantly looking for validation. That is an issue. So where does Asare Dokubo belongs to? Is he an Ijaw man? Is he an Igbo man? But there is a reason I am bringing up all these scenarios so that you understand. So today, Ijaw man is Igbo man. And so be it. But then you have people who are sponsoring this project that as Igbo man, you must say you are Igbo. I listened to a program on the same social media. A young lady from Iseluku was narrating his experience with his fiancée or his boyfriend, as the case may be. He said, it is amazing. I was in love with one Anambra boy from Oka. And each time he asks me, are you Igbo? I will say, yes, I am Igbo. And the guy will tell me, shut up there, which Igbo? You are not Igbo. It say, I don't understand. I know the mindset behind that broadcast of that young lady is that she's confused. But let me tell you the truth. And this truth will remain forever. The French, are they Europeans? The British, the Italians, the Germans, are they Europeans? But if yes, they are all Europeans. Is there any German man running up and down telling Italian man, you must be German, you must be German? Why is it that there is no British man jumping up and down and telling the French, you must be English, you must be English, despite the fact that all of them are Europeans? Why? The answer is simple. Because they will not relinquish their autonomy. This is where we have our major concern. A lot of ethnic groups under the umbrella of Igbo unification have relinquished their autonomy. And that is one thing I will not want to happen to our people in the nearest future. Now let me tell you how it works. Some group of criminals, lunatic and tout, wake up in the southeast. And they say everybody must sit at home because of one other criminal known as Nnamdi Kanu. And so those in Enugu must sit at home. Those in Abia State must sit at home. Those in Ebonyi must sit at home. Those in Anambra must sit at home. Those in Imo State must sit at home. But understand that everybody living in the southeast, they are not all Igbo. Automatically, they are not speaking up. Because the Igala people in the southeast are not speaking up. The Idoma people in the southeast are not speaking up. The Bibio, the Efik, and the Anang in the southeast, they are not speaking up. Automatically, any of these ethnic groups that found themselves within the southeast region has relinquished their autonomy, their right to judgment, their value system, and everything about them. They have relinquished it. And now I'm just talking about these people that are somehow far. What about the Igbo people that do not have rights? Because among the Igbos, some Igbos are said to be first class, and some Igbo are referred to as slave. Within the same fraudulent unification, the question you should ask yourself is, what is their target? What is their aim? What is the agenda? What is the mindset behind this Igbo unification project? like I told you at the beginning, we are going through a crucial change. This change will either make us or will destroy us. Now let us come back home. As Abo people, Anyoma people, Ikwere people, you agree that you are Igbo. These are some of the things that will begin to happen to you. Number one, your own language will die for Igbo to take over. If we go back a little bit and look at Asare Dokubo broadcast, claiming that he's Igbo from Abam, sitting on the throne of Edi Abane, who is an Igbo man, you will see that Asare Dokubo has relinquished his autonomy. His language has been taken from him. As an Igbo man, he now speaks Ijo. He can't be relevant in Igbo land. Which means he's an Igbo man, which autonomy have been taken over from Ijo people. So where does he really belong to? Is that the life we want for the next generation of our people? Because sometimes when we do certain things, we're trying to score cheap popularity. We are trying to make people feel good, or we are trying to coerce people into our shenanigans. But the danger ahead is what we cannot even perceive its magnitude. Let me come back again. As an Igbo man, you agree that you are Igbo. And then we wake up and say all of us are Igbo. And then as Ikwere man, you agree that you are Igbo. And then we wake up, we say all of us are Igbo. Ndokwa man, Osimiri man, Anyocha man, all of us say, yes, we are Igbo. What happened to your language? I know you are not thinking in this form. Because the Igbo you know today will not speak Agbo. They will not. 90% of these people they call sub-Igbo group will speak their language, even without going to their place. And this is not because we hate them. Because you will not speak the language of the person you hate. But there is something we are trying to protect and to prevent from happening. We speak their language. But how many Igbo people can speak Agbo? Why would they speak Agbo when they think you are a lesser being? You don't have sense. No, where will that put you? Okay, you mean that over 1,000 years, our ancestors tried to form their language, that one person will come and destroy it completely, and you will be happy with it. This is because you do not know that your language is your power. If they take your language from you, they've taken your power from you. And then you see Ikwere man. They say Ikwere is Igbo. You must dash out that Ikwere language. And the idea will be, speak Central Igbo. Speak Central Igbo. And as you continue speaking Central Igbo, you will lose your language. You will be completely assimilated. Now listen to yourself. Sit down. Look at your tribe man. Speak that language with your tribe man. You will see there are rivers of joy, unimaginable, that will flow from among you. If I see a Igbo person here, you don't know how happy I am. You do not understand the doors this language will open for us. And that is why Igbo people will say your language is your power. Today, the British understand this, the colonial master understand this, the Francophone, the Anglophone, the Arabian folk, whatever folk they are, they understand this truth. And so they made effort to take away our languages. And our autonomy is taken from us. You come to Nigeria, we are speaking English. We even have to write and be rewarded for being able to speak English. But we are never rewarded for speaking our languages. Only those parents who understand that their language is their power make effort to teach their children their language. You think if the colonial master were interested in your well-being, that they will make effort to give you their language? Why did they not give us their technology? Why did they not give us the secret to all the advancement supposedly they have experienced in life? No, they take away your language, your greatest weapon. Let me not spiritualize this broadcast. And so this is one thing the Igbo Unification Project will take away from you. I need you to look at average Igbo man. When you speak your language, speak Ikwere for them. Even the one that will manage to be able to speak Ikwere, they will not respond to you. This is because they want you completely erased. Do not have any doubt about that. Doesn't mean they cannot speak Abo. They cannot speak Useluku. They cannot speak Ogwashuku. They cannot speak Ikwere. My brother, for them, for you not to see them in their number speaking your language, is because they don't truly value you. This is one thing we have learned all those years we work with Igbo Biafra. But watch them closely. They pretend they hate Yoruba, but 99.9% of Igbo people can speak Yoruba, even more than 99.9% Yoruba people. Just watch them closely. Let me not over-exaggerate. More than 50% of Igbo people can speak Hausa even more than they can speak their own Igbo language. Why is it? I think it is their love for the Yoruba and the Benin. It is a power game. It is a game of throne. But we are not as sophisticated as they are. We are not as compromising as they are. And believe me, we will not stand the test of time if we yield to them. If we succumb to them, we are gone. This is where the problem comes in. You can pretend that you are from a community that you don't come from. A day will come, they will remind you that you are not from there. We cannot pretend, yes, we are all Igbo, we are all Igbo. But a day will come, you will understand the true meaning of Igbo bu Igbo and Igbo bu Igbo. There was a man, for some reason, he moved to his maternal home and settled there. He stayed in his maternal home for a very long time. He had children, and later on he died. His family have been completely, totally grafted into the maternal home. They see them as one of their own. They never question them. And this man, having passed away, his children begin to dwell in their maternal home. They become prosperous, wealthy, influential in that community, their maternal home. And then something happened one day. They were discussing important matters as affect the community. And that man's son stood up because he was wealthy, because he was influential, because he was a powerful man in that community, and gave his suggestion. Another inconsequential, bona fide tribe man from that his maternal home stood up and said to him, "Young man, sit down." The other one was trying to prove stubborn. "Do you know who I am? I am rich man, I am educated." He said, "Master man, sit down." Is it because we allow you to be here? If you don't sit down now, you will go back to your father's village. This is not your father's village. And that was how that man was humiliated. Go and read Chinua Achebe. I do not know why we see all this truth before us, and yet we want to manipulate others. To what end? To what end? And so your mother village is not your village, no matter how much you are welcome. It's not your village. Igbo man will always be Igbo man. No matter how many million they invest to tell you that you are Igbo. You are not Igbo. You are Igbo man. You are a Eka man. You are Owa man. You are Bavo man. The day you exchange it for anything, you lose your autonomy. And when we talk about autonomy in this instance, you are talking about your culture, your tradition, your right to judgment, your value system, how you must view life. This is autonomy. It will be taken from you. And the moment it is taken from you, you don't exist. You don't exist. Go to the north, Southern Kaduna and the rest of them, and you see how most of them are being killed by bandits. It does not trend on the pages of newspaper. Why? Because their autonomy have been taken from them. Igbo unification project will destroy us. But forming alliance with the Igbo is a welcome development. But everybody must know what is on table, and so that we can be able to call a spade a spade. They said that Igbo coup was not Igbo coup. They blamed it on Chukwuma and Zogo from Okpanam, current day Delta State. The guy have to kill himself because everybody abandoned him. And Igbos are working very hard to say they disassociate themselves from that guy. But that guy trusted them. But he did not ask them, what do you have on the table? No memorandum of understanding. Today there is a man known as Isaac Adakaburu. He was the first to say, give us our own republic. He was fiercely opposed by Igbo people. Ironically, 6 months on, the same people who stopped him from having his republic are the same people who are still fighting for Biafra till today. So what is exactly the gain? And now this is where it boils down. Those people who are thinking they can instigate Ijo against Ikwiri, you lie. Because the last person Ijo people will trust is Igbo people. You heard me right. I don't know why you like to be gaslighted. Ijo cannot trust you, Igbo. Because the first move to stop this issue of political imbalance, Igbo people truncated it. And you see, when I'm calling Igbo people now, it's not all Igbo. It's not all Igbo. And so by the time you are bringing some of our people to tell you that they are Igbo, understand it's not all of us. And each time you think you're going to use anybody, you think again. You must be able to define the complete angle in this square root we have found ourselves. Every angle must be properly defined. Until then, let us stop deceiving fellow Nigerians. Let us stop distracting Nigeria. Let us stop playing games that will lead us nowhere. Because you see this our one Nigeria. You see this our one Nigeria. We are changing already. We are changing. And believe me, it is for the best. When are we going to grow to the level of maturity where we begin to celebrate our unity in diversity? Have you ever thought about it? All you do is sit down and want to conquer another person. All you do is sit down and think of how you're going to manipulate other tribes. When you think and see how you will offset the balance by disrupting those in power, looking for every avenue to cause confusion, and yet we're looking forward for a nation we can be proud of. It's a shame. It's okay. Not everybody will be able to understand this message. But I tell you, Ikore people, yield to Igbo unification agenda. Your children will suffer greatly for it after we are gone. I'm talking to you, Ndokwa people. Yield to Igbo unification agenda rather. The next generation of your people will suffer greatly for it. Eka osimili Ndokwa Anyocha, please yield to it. The next generation of our people, they will suffer greatly for it. Their body language is clear. I live in an environment where majority of the people there are Igbo. And this is not Igbo community. But if you see what they do there, you will be shocked. I do not speak Igbo, neither do I speak my car language. I come out on a neutral ground. I had a job I was doing with somebody, and he has tried to speak Igbo with me severally, and I don't respond. The next opportunity he has to see a competitor who is an Igbo, he jettisoned me. He didn't even pay me my money. I've also done a supply for another person who is an Igbo. And after we did the business for it some time, he discovered another Igbo person that is doing the same business. He jettisoned me. But in that instance, he wanted to buy credit. The Igbo man, his fellow Igbo, refused to sell credit for him. He now come to me and told me that, you know, that guy is his brother. That is why he want to buy from him. I should not be offended, but his brother disappointed him, that I should please give him credit. He's going to pay me a weekend. That weekend lasted more than a year. In fact, when this man finally pays me that money, the money was useless. The product he bought from me at the amount of 400 naira each. Before he paid me that money, the product has gone to 16 naira each. And so the about 400 pieces he bought from me could not even replace 100 pieces back in my shop. But why am I saying this? The way they protect their own interests, they don't protect your interest as Igbo person. As a similar person, you suppose sub Igbo group. And so I think for you Igbo listening to me, if you want to unite, this strategy you have already to undermine us, misplace us, and take advantage of us, removing our autonomy invariably, you must stop it. You must stop it. When you say you want to marry a wife, there are qualities you see there. And there are qualities you may not like. You must learn to begin to get in terms with those qualities you don't like, if truly you want that marriage to succeed. And so there are some areas of our life you can't tolerate, you can't deal with it. But because of the one you want, you must drag us into a union. Not just that we will regret it. Our children will be misplaced. And each time we see it, we have committed offense. What is wrong about you being Igbo, and the other man being Ijo, and the other man being Urobo, and the other man being Nupe, and the other man being Gware? After all, this is who we are in the end. This is who we are. This is where I'll bring this broadcast to an end. I'm just telling you that if you yield to the Igbo Unification Project, as you are referred to as sub-Igbo group, if you yield to them, the next generation of our people will be misplaced. I'll go to the comment section, take one or two insults, and then we'll move on. But all these things having said, don't forget, God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. Every ethnic group in Nigeria must begin to organize themselves. This will be the beginning of the greatness of Nigeria. But unfortunately, The conspiracy behind the creation of Wazobia makes them live in constant fear. So once a job come together, they are afraid. Once a BBO come together, they begin to panic. Once Hausa come together, everybody is panicking. Once this group come together, Idoma come together, they are panicking. But it is not supposed to be so. When every ethnic group rise up, when every ethnic group represent who they truly are, and they are respected, they are encouraged and accommodated and tolerated and accepted and embraced, Nigeria will truly be great. But of course, those who are playing hanky-panky should know that that era is gone. I go to the comment section here. I see Uyi. I greet you, Uyi, from here. Good evening. I see different Blackie. Different Blackie. I greet you. Good evening from here and happy Sunday as well. I see Emmanuel. He say, may God have mercy on you, Emmanuel something. And may God have mercy on your father also. Emmanuel, God have mercy. That is the greatest prayer I've prayed in my life. Because without his infinite mercy, we are gone. But I also pray that if the mercy of God you are asking God to have for me is from your genuine heart, may he also have mercy on you. But if it is from your IGBO criminal-minded Biafra hopelessness, you are asking God to have mercy on you, may he have mercy on your father, your mother, and your entire generation. I see Igwe Abuchi. Happy Sunday, my brother. Yes, Igwe Abuchi, I've been running around regarding my father's burial, but that would soon be over. I see Denny. I greet you, Denny. I see Ales. He say Igbo is a terrorist organization. I see no insult, only one Samuel Emmanuel, no insult. My question to the Igbos, why are they not saying that they came from Ikwere? Yeah, that is a very good one. They cannot agree that they came from Agbo. They will not agree that they came from Anyocha. Even when they know that Okwani people are older than them, they will not agree. They want us to agree that we came from them. We know our father. Our father and their father before their father even before our very name. We know all of them. But bring out three of them now, ask them who they are. One come from Israel, the other one come from Equatorial Guinea, the other one come from Kafanchan, another one come from Costa Rica, the other one is Abraham Hanson, the other one is Jacob descendant, another one is Pharaoh Chidre. And they want me to believe we come from the same place. No insult here. I see Austin ID. He said they infiltrate Ikwere and Anyoma with their Igbo. And that is the truth. And the more they are pushing this agenda, the more we are trying to speak their own language so that it looks as if we will be accepted. Who is there looking for validation? Your account number. I want to support the burial of your father. Thank you, Igwe Abuchi. So this is where we bring the broadcast to an end. And honestly, trying to unify Nigeria is compulsory. But the process cannot be questionable. The process cannot be criminalized. The process can never be that of completely association and assimilation. Because we are here to stay. Minorities in Nigeria are here to stay. Good night and have a nice day.